Imagine walking into a psychiatric hospital and saying, "I hear voices." 5 minutes later you add, "Just kidding, I'm fine." But the doctors already wrote you down as mentally ill. Could you ever convince them you're sane? In the 1970s, psychologist David Rosenhan designed an experiment to test exactly that. His results shook psychiatry, but not everyone agreed with him. America in the 1960s and 70s. Mental hospitals were overcrowded, diagnoses often vague. One doctor might call you schizophrenic, another might say you're depressed. Rosenhan, a professor at Stanford, asked a provocative question. Can psychiatrists really tell the sane from the insane? To find out, he recruited 8 volunteers, including himself. Their story was simple. They claimed to hear a single meaningless word. Empty, hollow thud. That was enough to get admitted. Once inside, they acted completely normal. Yet doctors interpreted everything as a symptom. Writing in a notebook? Obsessive behavior. Asking to leave? Aggression. Sitting quietly? Catatonia. Some of them spent a week inside, others nearly 2 months. The pseudopatients noted how dehumanizing the system felt. Doctors rarely spoke to them but kept prescribing medication. Ironically, real patients sometimes whispered, "You're not crazy, you're faking." It seemed the mentally ill could spot sanity better than the doctors. When hospitals got angry at Rosenhan, he challenged one. "In the next 3 months, I'll send you fake patients. Try to catch them." The hospital confidently flagged over 40 suspected imposters. But Rosenhan had sent no one. In 1973, his paper, "Being Sane in Insane Places," in Science caused an uproar. If psychiatrists couldn't tell sanity from madness, how reliable were their diagnoses? The study fueled reforms, leading to the DSM-3 in 1980 with stricter diagnostic criteria. But critics argued the study was deeply flawed. They said, "This wasn't science, it was a test of trust." If a patient says, "I'm vomiting blood," a doctor must treat the stomach, not assume the patient is lying. The same goes for hearing voices. Others pointed out that the pseudopatients didn't always act perfectly normal. Some kept detailed notes, argued with staff, or asked too many questions, behaviors that could reasonably raise suspicion. Another issue, Rosenhan never disclosed which hospitals were involved, or the full data. Skeptics believe he cherry-picked the most dramatic cases to make his point. And finally, the ethics. Doctors, nurses, and even real patients were used as unwitting test subjects. Was this groundbreaking research, or an elaborate trick? The Rosenhan experiment remains a symbol of how powerful and dangerous a psychiatric label can be. But critics are right too. Medicine can't be expected to guess who's faking and who isn't. So the question lingers. If you told a doctor tomorrow that you hear voices, would they believe you? And should they? If you enjoyed exploring this paradox of science and psychology, hit like and subscribe. There are plenty more experiments that will make you think twice.